And that culture transformation, what I talked about design thinking, plays a critical role in design culture to be there in the institution. For that, we need a culture of design thinking, not in one department, across top-down department. When we started working with HDFC Bank in 2017, when they were looking for digital journey 2018, we said, bring the entire management team for 2-day workshop. So Manish, I told Manish, that time CIO of HDFC Bank was Manish. I told him, कहता नहीं यार 20 लोगों को कैसे ला सकता हूँ मैं यार 20 लोगों का टाइम कैसे मिलेगा मैंने कहा if your journey you're moving towards a journey for design thinking and digital transformation, these 20 people need to be aligned. And I said, you must bring the people, head of marketing, head of product management, head of operations, head of technology, all I want a head. He was quite worried. So, for 6 months, I took time to convince him. After 6 months, he got a conviction. He brought 25-member team for 2 days. They sat down. A lot of issues which were there in the bank got resolved in that workshop. Because the product management group never used to talk about to operations group never. So understanding of product management to operation understanding to the marketing was not there in the bank because there was nobody in the bank to facilitate them. They have their own workshops, but there's no common platform for having a common workshop. So we acted as a facilitator to bring out what is the desirability of the market within their own departments, what the desirabilities are, and they are able to respect each other better after that workshop. We got a new engagement with one of the largest OTP bank, is one of the largest Hungarian bank. They have branches in entire Eastern Europe. It's the largest Eastern Europe bank. When I met the CEO, I said, if you want, they were inclined towards buying Intellect technology. But I said, I put a precondition. I said, if you want to start the journey, technology, you're emphasizing too much on buying the technology. I'm saying buying the technology between Intellect or Finacle or Thought Machine will have a similar kind of a component. First, you need to understand your culture is working on legacy platform for the last 40 years. You bring them down to India. He listened to me, fortunately. They brought a chartered plane. 18 people came for the entire management team in a chartered plane for 2 days, sat down in this room, same room, to understand their roadmap, charting their roadmap. Now the speed at which the transformation is happening, we are able to put this entire change because everybody understands the overall perspective where we are moving, which direction we are moving. Otherwise, in bank, there is a syndrome of I'm the best. Marketing is the best, product management is the best, operation is the best. Everybody believes that technology feels that I am the best. Here we need to visualize a 10-year journey holistically. There are so many moving parts over there, but Sanjeev has just presented a small iota of it. The 11 slides are not the complete visualization stack. He's looking beyond banking, but if you want to visualize the whole stack, itself is a huge complex stack. We need to question assumptions. Something which used to work in a bank in 1995, why should it be there? We go into too much a fight our teams have with the bank. They say, oh, this report is coming. This report was there. Please have the one report written, same report. And they're not checking whether anybody is consuming that report or not. But when they have a UAT sign-off, they want all the reports to be migrated over there, so one chunk is created by a second chunk. And for that report sign-off, they will take 15 days delay of the project, and nobody is consuming that report. We are still in a 132 column mindset. You know 132 column? All the reports are 132 column. Why it is 132 column? Once upon a time there used to be line printer which used to have a 132 column. Once upon a time. I don't know anybody has seen line printer now. But our mental blocks are 132 column. If I want a report today of 200 column, I can get by reducing the font size. But I'm living in a world of 132 column reports. As a report means 132 column. with the laser printers and everything available to me. And why do we need a report actually? I need a conversational AI. If I need any data, I need a conversational AI to be applied on the data to create a report. Because on a report, if it is a 50-page report, how many of us open a report, let's put a hand on the heart, any report which is more than 10-page report, we keep it in our table, on the corner of the table, not to disrespect the person who has sent the report, but not to open the report. What we need some questions about the data is, my questions are different. Yogesh question will be different from Shriram question, will be different from Chintan question. All the minds think differently. We need to respect each human mind brings a new facet of learning. Asking question is not available in my IT systems. My conversational AI is about asking question. Prompt engineering in generative AI is asking question. If you ask a smart question, can I build up a database? It can completely transform tomorrow. Why do we need any data lake for reporting? I need a data lake for responding to conversational question. I need a landscape of the products in various blocks. These blocks, whatever I'm showing the block A, B, C, D, E, F, for each bank, we need to plot it in the frames. So this I call framework. So first you design a framework. What is the top line of the framework and the bottom line of the framework? But this should be one for the Kotak Bank, one for IDFC First Bank, one for Indian Bank, one for Canara Bank. They should have a unique framework which is there. If you want to adopt Intellect framework, I'm okay with it. But I don't want to impose my frameworks on you, because each bank may be, but you need to design a framework. Once you design a framework, you label the framework, then you can go in detail of it. Like this is a framework. Global Universal Banking, we created a framework where we are saying core banking is a G1 block, lending is G2 block, cards is G3 block. This is my constant frame. This framework I set up in 2009, and from that onwards, if I would say in the sleep also, what is the payment? I'll say G71. The payment is G71. It will be 7th block and sitting over there. So everybody will understand that numbering, because human mind can retrieve the data on number. Our minds are designed to retrieve numbers, not vocabulary, because we use different vocabulary. Then we need a collaboration space. I mean, spaces where you take it around to design center somewhere to collaboration space. With the way we call innovation space, I'm not using the word innovation space because the innovation is a very fad which is given. We don't know the meaning of innovation. We just say that some people are more smarter. I say everybody is smarter. Innovation cannot be separated from operations. Innovation cannot be separated in a bank system. Innovation is at every place, from product management to marketing to risk. Everywhere the innovation is there. So I need a collaboration space. I need a design dialogue, not discussion, not review. We do a review, not dialogues. It's a big culture change. You say, what is the difference between dialogue and review? When you review means you are only extending the view somebody has given you. Review has the two words, re plus view. So it means view of the person who is presenting is only you are validating it. You are not creating a new view together. A dialogue, two people can come in a dialogue and create a third outcome. In review, you can incrementally change the few dots and blocks, and you are limited by the person who is presenting. So as soon as somebody brings with a fixed presentation, you are blocked. You are only commenting on only what he is given a first presentation deck. In dialogue meeting, I never open the presentation. I look at no agenda meeting. Have you heard the word no agenda meeting? You are coming for a 2-day workshop without agenda. In design thinking culture, when there is an agenda published, whose agenda it is? Agenda of the person who is publishing it? Is it an agenda of the people who are attending it? Or is it an agenda of the person who is publishing it? So it is only one mind who is publishing the agenda. It's not a power of the 20 minds coming together to solve a particular problem. So what we do in no agenda meeting, we don't do all the no agenda meeting. There's a 70% meeting still will have an agenda published, but 30% meeting should have a no agenda meeting where I do a circle time. We bring a meeting, everybody comes together. If 50 people team is there, they come together, hold the hand, start the meeting with circle time. I ask what one thing you appreciate in last 3 months and what one thing which you are not happy about. And if 50 people share the moment. Now you will get a listening pattern. What he is happy about is the strength of the organization. What he is unhappy about is the opportunity for change. And if I listen to those 50 people, everybody speaks about the conference. So it's not that only few people speaks. Then everybody, all the 50 people have an opportunity to speak their mind. Based on that, next half an hour we'll sit down and say, this is the agenda for next 2 days. But agenda gets formed only with the consultation of everybody in that no agenda meeting. And that agenda also doesn't define the boundaries. We don't define 30 minutes and 60 minutes because some items require more time and some items require lesser time. If you solve the fundamental issues in those meetings, so I don't put a timer and clock. Because as soon as you put a timer and clock, people say, this is my agenda, this is not your agenda. तो मैं बाद में आ जाऊँगा presentation देखने के लिए. मेरा तो हो गई presentation. So most of the review meeting which happens, I used to see it. My one downs used to come to the meeting. अच्छा ये SBO1 का review चल रहा है, कब खत्म होगा? He is sitting in the room, but he is not paying attention to SBO1, what SBO1 is doing. And he is a part of management council member. So he comes there to present and impress the CEO that I am doing right. So these are the culture part of it. So these are how do you get a multiple perspective? How do you get a listening index? How do you get a appreciation through the design awards, competitive hackathons? How you look at design talk, storytelling, and platform for sharing? So this is about the culture shift. Culture shift is a large scale shift in the way senior management works, and that's why I insist for 2-day workshop from the senior management. If all the top management doesn't change, there's no point we can keep on sending mailers to them here. They don't read mailers.